someone.
Oh, who do I remind you of, Spirit? The fact you said someone means that you probably don't know for sure. But you know, because you'll have various questions about the paranormal, right? If you're a skeptic, you ask, why don't we see dinosaurs? Why don't we see cavemen? Why don't we, why is it that you don't always get the same responses when you visit the location? And I feel like this theory about energy wells explains all of that really well, because, quite frankly, it shows spirits can move from location to location, which explains why you're not going to get the same spirits in the same location every single time you investigate it, because they may be off to a different location depending on where their energy is at the time. It also explains why they can be depleted. You can have an extremely active session. Retaliate, okay. You can have an extremely active session and then just suddenly die out because they'll have run out of energy. It explains why they might form attachments. Maybe, one way that they can get energy is they can actively, even in death, put energy into someone, and then that forms an attachment, and then they can kind of leech off of them then. So it's like an investment, right? So they can put energy into you to be like, right, I'm attached to you now, and then you can leech all that energy. It's basically like people are batteries for them, you know? Forest, that is something that I should have made note of. Trees, but I couldn't remember at the time.
My body is close by.
Your body is close by, okay, whereabouts is it, Spirit? Tell me the location of your body. But yeah, so the energy well theory is something that I'll do a post about. I'm still trying to, put it all together, as it were, but I feel like it has promise. It has a lot of potential, and kind of just explains a lot of stuff, I think. So, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes.
No.
No. Okay. Maybe we won't see how it all goes. Where did I put my book? Where did I put it? I'm just having a look around now, and I'm just like, where did I put it? Because I have a book which has a lot of things in it. I can't remember where I put it. Oh, there it is. I have found it. There we go. So, for the YouTube channel, because Facebook can't see it, this is my lovely book, Symbols of the Occult. You'll recognise this from one or two of the investigations I did during my investigation of the 28-day cycle. The reason why I stopped using this book, I don't actually know how accurate this is, by the way. There was a point during investigating the cycle, again this is one reason why I was slightly hesitant with pushing it. There was a point where I was in work at 6 in the morning, so I think I did a 3 in the morning investigation on that day, because I was like, oh, I'm up early anyway, may as well do an early investigation. But then on the way to work, because we've got taxis, and on the way, and this is a couple of hours later after doing this investigation, family, okay, a couple of hours later, the taxi was driving along and very, very, very nearly got hit in the side by a tram. And luckily the tram was going slow. It was, early morning. I think it possibly just left the station. But yeah, the taxi nearly got hit by that. And it was a weird situation. So yeah. And just before it nearly got hit by it, I kind of zoned out and started reciting the exorcism passage. The Exorcismus omniscience spiritus omnis satanica potesta. I started reciting that in my head moments before the tram nearly hit the taxi. And then hearing the horn of the tram then snapped me out of that. So I was like, that's a bit of a weird coincidence. So yeah, so good to document that story because yeah, Yeah, it was weird, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that 3 in the morning investigation was quite possibly I read from this, or at least one of those where I read from this. And that is, yeah, it was quite a near brush thing, which we'd experienced, and yeah, that is, yeah. So from that point, I think kind of backed off a little bit regarding how much I pushed these investigations, because you don't know, you just don't know, do you? Um,
Where?
where? I don't know what you're asking me, Spirit. You just said where. Where what? Um, Again, with the same family. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it said a couple of times that about me being family. Um, but yeah, so we'll read from this Halloween night. We'll read from this. We'll see if things can pick up, and we'll see how things go. Because like I said, I have had interesting results on Halloween night in the past. Granted, it's 3 in the morning. I was going to do one 3 o'clock this morning, but I was way too drained. I was absolutely knackered. Um, Spent most of yesterday just being asleep. So when really, I would spend today resting, but it's Halloween. It occurs not once a month.
Heavy.
It occurs once a year. Heavy. What's heavy, Spirit? What is heavy? But yeah, it occurs once a year. So if I don't investigate this Halloween, I've got a whole year before I can do it again. And for the purposes of having done, 17 days solid of investigation, I want to be able to compare it to Halloween.
Noise.
Noise? Are you going to make a noise? The best way you can make a noise, Spirit, is by knocking that cat ball off of the counter in the kitchen. The noise of that hitting the floor would be fantastic. Just spotted a slight pattern in the words. It's gone 3 5-letter words in a row. With where, heavy, and noise, they're all 5 letters long. So yeah, 26555. Sounds like a phone number, but yeah. Just thought important, well, not necessarily important, but interesting thing to mention. So I'm gonna sort out another candle, but this candle is not out, but it's very, 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 very dim. Just kind of, yeah, it's as not lit as it can be. See, I really like the smell of candle smoke. Kind of smells a bit like barbecue. A nice kind of summery smell. It's the best thing about summer.
Stroke.
Stroke. Okay, interesting. If you want to stroke the bear spirit, you can do. If you want to touch its arms or legs. Important as well to note, I've just done a lot of moving about. That bear hasn't gone off once. So yeah, that's important. And also, this is again why I've done the 17-day cycle, as it were. Those first few videos, you could see the bear wasn't lighting up. It then reached a point around, I think it was day 10, where suddenly the bear started lighting up a little bit more. And yeah, and now it's reached the point where because I've been setting it up the same and I've been doing all the same, so why is the bear suddenly lighting up loads? The only factor is the battery, but it's what it is. Could be just the bear, I've had it in the case the past few days, so yeah, but we'll see. Right, sit down against the chair.
Cyrus.
Cyrus, that's a name I don't think has been spoken before. Hello Cyrus, if you are here, please move the planchette that my hand is on. Or please light up the bear, light up the cat balls. If you could light up the blue or the...
We like investigators.
Oh, you like investigators, that's nice. I don't think it's ever said that before. Not that it said that they hate investigators, but you know, they just haven't commented on whether or not they like investigators. That's cool. Well, you must have loved me during the start of October then. Those first 17 days or so. Well, first 18 days technically.
Plans.
Plans? Alright, what plans do you have? You suddenly felt an itch on my arm. That's a common thing as well that I found while investigating, being itchy. Because I feel like most investigations I've commented on that. Just I'll be sat here absolutely fine and suddenly be like, oh no, I suddenly feel really itchy. Alright, what plans? I need another drink soon. Can you move the key?
Take picture.
Take picture. I cannot take a photo. I can't take pictures, Spirit, because I don't have a camera. But you know, if anyone wants to take screenshots of anything in this moment on during the lives, you can do.
Come here.
Where? Where, Spirit? Can you point using the planchette on the board to where you want me to go? Like, try and put my fingers on it as lightly as possible. That was interesting, but I don't know whether or not I like misheard something. To my right, it sounded like there was like 4 knocks in quick succession. Could just be it's Halloween, people out trick or treating. Could have just been someone at a different house, you know, but it sounded really distant. But where I could just about hear it. Another candle's gone out. Okay, important to note, the amount of movement I just did then, the bear hasn't gone off. So anyone...
Where are my children?
Again, where are your children? I don't know where your children are, Spirit. How many children did you have? Actually, who are you is probably a better question rather than how many children did you have.